Welcome to the end. You and me versus every soul in hell. I like those odds.
We got work to do. We pick up right where we left off. We pick up in where it's smack dab right in the center of all these undead or zombies or whatever they are, because Chuck sort of opened up a rift in hell and souls are escaping.
We get to a bit of a shelter that's not real safe, but it's safe for at
now,
least
yeah.
for a moment until we can figure out what to do.
And so we're trying to figure out what to do. Jack is gone. God, Chuck, has said, "This is welcome to the end," and vanished, presumably for good, because that's what we just learned he does. You know, he creates a world and leaves them. So now the boys and Cass are stuck in a temporary shelter that's not going to last forever, trying to figure out how to survive.
If we win this, we're free.
Hey, Casper!
Beginning of the season, we're all dealing with, we have to deal with this crisis right now. We have issues between us, but we have to just focus on the fight at hand. Everybody's just grabbing their weapons and fighting the fight, but really not wanting to deal with each other. It's like a family.
Any excuse to give up is not an excuse good enough for them.
This is who they are.
And this is who they are, and they took years and years and years and years to get to where they were, and all that is assumingly been erased. So they're going to spend years and years and years and years getting back to where they were, if that's what it is.
I think Cass has gone through a big journey over the course of the show. He was a soldier of God. He was a minion of heaven at the beginning. And over time, he's become aligned with humans, and he's never really expressed that. And I would love to see him just be able to say, "You're my people. You're who I care about."
You think we could ever change things? Stop all the monsters, all the bad?
That would be nice.
I feel like what was really important to Sam and Dean for many, many years was, hey, we're making decisions to make the world a better place, to help people who can't help themselves. And now we've sort of been told that, hey, you were all just a story that I like to watch. And so now we're trying to fight for the privilege and responsibility of actually having free will.
From the very beginning, I've always imagined that Cass would die right before the end, because I feel like the show somehow needs to end with Sam and Dean alone. I don't see a lot of people living at the end of Supernatural, because I think it needs a kind of closure that only definitive death can bring.
Bluffing! You want to take that chance?
It's difficult to try and quantify what impact we did or didn't have, or what impact, and that's one of the wonderful things about Supernatural is what impact did the fandom have, the SPN family, what impact did we have by being public about where we felt the characters should go, what they should do. And it's been one of the wonderful things about Supernatural is that we have a relationship with our SPN family, we have a relationship with our writers and producers. And so it's hard to say like, oh, well, they wrote this on their own, or they wrote this because they heard us talk about this, and we heard them talk about. So the relationships are very intertwined. I feel like they certainly would have been open to us saying we don't like that ending. Can you do something else?
They laid it out for us. We went, we met with them, and we sat in the writing room, which I can count on one hand how many times we've done that. So they laid it all out, and they said, if you have objections, now's the time. I think he and I both wanted to digest it and kind of let it soak in and see how we felt about it. And then, it took me a couple of weeks to kind of marinate in it and figure out that it's a really great ending. And it does tick a lot of boxes. Look, we're not going to be able to make everybody happy. We're going to piss people off. There is no ending that is a perfect ending for everyone, everybody involved. Everybody has their idea how they want it to get wrapped up. I think this ticks a lot of boxes.
We just started shooting episode 2, and it was the first day of episode 2 of the season. And we were all like, it's a first day. I mean, it's a running joke now, but everything is a last. And after 15 years, that feels like a big deal. I hope that I just get to express gratitude to everyone who's been involved in it. It's been really a lovely experience for me, and it's due to so many people putting so much time and energy into the show. And hopefully hear in return something like, you're not so bad.